Hey, how's it going? Let's try to do another one of these. So, Gran Turismo has a movie coming out later this week, I believe. Which I'm not going to go see because I don't think it's going to be that good. But, you know, what the hell? Let's try something a little bit fun here. So, this is an old argument, like way old, like before some of y'all were even born. So, this was back in like 2000, I believe. And Gran Turismo was huge at the time. It kind of is now, but not as much as it was, because it completely redefined the driving simulator. Well, everybody wanted a piece of that, including Sega, and Sega made their own version of it on the Dreamcast called Sega GT. But the argument has been brought up again: which one's actually better? I'm hearing all over the place. I started looking it up, and people were like, "Yeah, it's kind of interesting which one's actually better than the other one." So you know what? I thought, you know what? Let me have a little bit of fun. Let's try them both out. Let's see how they are. Now, I'm going to play the arcade version of Gran Turismo because we're not doing the campaign. The reason why I'm not doing the campaign, the license tests. I will never defend that shit. Those are so hard. I mean, they are ridiculously hard. I tried doing it with new controls and everything. It's still really goddamn hard. And for Sega GT, we're going to do the single race mode because that way we can just skate through it and see what the game has to offer. So, real simple on that. Let me go ahead and switch screens here real quick. Oh, this is one of those things that's a lot of fun. Let me just find it. Oh, shit. Whoops. Always picking the wrong filter. So I don't know how you cheaters could do this shit online. Like, because you fuck up, you fuck up. That's it. At least when you play games legit, it's like, okay, I screw up. We're going to skip the opening movie. We're not going to watch that. Now, I did unlock all the tracks and cars in arcade mode already. I didn't do it on hard mode because I've done it before. All you do is unlock the high-res option, which isn't even worth it, to be honest with you. Now, I'm doing this with both analog sticks. That's how us old school Gran Turismo guys used to play this. I don't know about your new ones, since Gran Turismo Sport and GT7. I don't know about that, but this is how we played it back in the old days. See, I got all the cars unlocked, the ending movie and all that. We're good to go. Gotta go the Viper, man. I mean, the Skyline's great, don't get me wrong, but you can't beat the Viper. I bet Sony never re-released these older games. I remember seeing that Kai Cenat thing, everyone's fighting over PlayStation 5s. I'm looking at them like, you out of your fucking minds? I mean, it's still his fault for doing an event without a permit, not setting it up properly, but... PlayStation's in a lot of trouble, last time I heard, so... like what I've heard, the reason why they won't re-release these older games again is because they can't afford it. That's actually what I've heard. These older games are a blast. And so there's 8 tracks in this game. There's supposed to be 116 cars, I believe. There's only like, I think, like 40 here. You gotta go to simulation mode to see the rest of them. Oh, man. I don't care what anyone says, that's my favorite track. Period. Oh, man. Yeah, those license tests in this game are like Satan. As far as I know, there's no way around them. Like, I tried cheat codes, I tried Game Shark, I tried everything, and I guess if you have the original version of the game, that stuff might work, but even then it's iffy. That's why Gran Turismo 2 sold more, because it was way easier to get to that game. 3 down, 5 to go. All right. Yeah, I tried recording this earlier also, and I kept falling asleep. I took a nap for a little while, and then now I'm wide awake, hopefully. Yeah, the best car in this game, actually, in the simulator mode was simulation mode was the 3000 GT. In this game, that was the best car to get. Later games they fixed that and they had much better cars in there. I know in Gran Turismo 3 the best car was the Suzuki Scudo. We all remember that. Races are short when you know what you're doing. Again, that's why we use the dual thumbsticks. We use those. We just beat games way faster with them. That was a standard until Gran Turismo 5. Gran Turismo 5, you could use the triggers because by that point they were analog, but they didn't work very well. They maybe with the setting they made it work, but I think Gran Turismo 6 is when they finally did that and they finally got it right. Almost at that point, you use the thumbsticks. But if you haven't tried it, try it. Feels weird at first, but when you get it down, oh man, is it fun. Speaking of Viper, I remember Craig Lieberman worked in the Fast and the Furious movies. When they were getting ready to do Fast 2, they said they worked out a deal with Dodge, and he was all like, Viper! We got a Viper! And then the lady went up and says, yeah, we got this deal with these Dodge Neon SRT4s. We're going to stick that in the movie. And Craig almost lost his shit because he was like, no fucking way. That's never going to work. I mean, they put him in the movie, but he talked about it making him the hero cars. So he was like, yeah, no one's ever going to buy that. Yeah, well, go look up Craig Lieberman. He was the guy who worked on the Fast and the Furious movies. He was the counselor, so to speak. He gave all the advice to the guys so they got the cars right, at least. These guys on YouTube channel. Go look them up. He's also on VinWiki. He's got some funny stories there, too. Sometimes this game is so fast it gets you almost whiplash. A lot of records. This back when developers actually took risks with games. This game was a risk. Like Sony didn't want a sim racer, but they went and made it anyway, and yeah, I mean the guy was right. It was a damn good game. Nowadays, you can't even try to do that. If you try that, developers, well, publishers will be like, no, forget it. It's kind of why I don't support AAA gaming. I just don't. go. We're done. I might throw it, but I got a little something stuck in it. I remember Gran Turismo 5, that one took like 6 years to make. I remember. So two things. One, the PS3 was horrible to develop for, and two, everybody wanted to be a part of the next Gran Turismo because GT4 was such a huge hit. Here we go. That's what held that game up. Because remember, these cars are licensed. They're not, they didn't make these for the game. They're real cars. And you got to pay licensing for those cars. And that's why they can't re-release some of these games, because of the licensing. As they go back to auto manufacturers, they're like, hey, can we release the game again? They're like, no. Why do we want that game to come back out again? We're not going to pay for that. Plus also brings up the thing that it's never going to sell. That is Gran Turismo arcade mode. So far, the controls are tight. Really tight. Let's play the ending movie while we talk about this. So the controls are really, really tight, especially when you use them correctly. when we use the buttons for gas and brake, it's not bad, but it's going to be hard to keep that first place run, especially on higher difficulties. With the thumbsticks, I'm just skating through it. The only reason I screwed up because I screwed up. But still a damn good game. But again, the simulation mode is where it gets hard because of those damn license tests. They made them way too hard. And they knew that because when they made the second game and up, they made them a lot easier. They just finally get them, get a good enough time, and then boom, you're done. I heard the director hated doing that though. Like, he wanted people to become real good drivers, and the rest of us were like, drive your expectations, bud. Not everyone is that good of a driver. They just ain't. So the only thing I can give this game a downgrade for is those damn license tests. Other than that, it's solid. Alright, let's get out of this. Alright, so now we're going to switch to Sega GT. Let's see how that stacks up. Alright, so let me go ahead. Don't worry, I'll be right back. Hang on. Switch controllers too. I was using the 8-bit Do Pro 2. That was what I was using for the Gran Turismo because the sticks next to each other are the best way to play that. I'm using the Xbox controller for Sega GT because that's literally the same as the Dreamcast controller. It's made by the same company, Microsoft. All right, here we go. Sega GT for the Sega Dreamcast. This came out 2 years later? Maybe 2.5 years later? Gran Turismo 2 was already out by this point, but, you know. This was Sega's answer to Gran Turismo. Alright, new game, here we go. No. Oh. There we go. Second race. We're going to do all 3 of these. Here we go. The only issue this game had was the handling and the difficulty in the last championship. If it wasn't for that, this game would have been perfect. See, this one forces you to play the slower vehicles. The other one doesn't. The other one, well, it kind of does if you want to unlock everything. This one, no, you just gotta... This one forces you to play the slower vehicles in the first few tracks. Also, unlike Gran Turismo, this game has its own soundtrack. It's also nice. just me? Oh. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Go. I mean, this game's got a good soundtrack. I mean, it's their own music. They didn't use licensed stuff like the other game did. So credit where credit's due. And the Sega Dreamcast, it was a damn good console, but it wasn't the PS2 that killed it, it was the announcement of the PS2 that killed it. To be fair, the PS2 was an okay console, but it felt like it was rushed, and he just got real lucky on it. That damn handling. I think Sega, what Sega should do is put out a Dreamcast collection. They had something like that on Steam, but it was just a bunch of games that are already released. Just buy together at like a discount price. They should do what they did with the Sega Genesis collection, where they didn't just give you the games, they gave them on a CRT TV in a bedroom for VR. That's what they should do with this. Like, just make the same thing with the Dreamcast. That I would love to see. I would love to pay money for that. One more to go for this one. Oh man. It always kind of sucks when you find out about games like years later and you realize, why didn't I play this? especially with how bland gaming is nowadays. I mean, all it is a bunch of Dark Souls clones. That's all we're getting nowadays. I mean, hey, people that are into that stuff, that's fine. I got no issue with it. I'm just the one standing by saying, you can play better stuff, you know? That damn handling is what I mean. Alright, that's the easy cup. We're done with that. Alright. Normal. We're going to use S2000. This is the best card to use for this one. 4 seconds. Here we go. Everything starts to get a little bit faster. And the one claim this game got to itself was, I think it was the first game to have the Dodge Viper GT concept. I think it was the first game to have that. That's one down. Next one. Another thing about this game, there are license tests, but you only have to do them if you want to unlock the next class. And they're a lot easier. They're not as hard. They're basically just lap times you got to do. But that last championship is a bullshit hard. It's got that Sega difficulty. Like, I passed it, but I couldn't beat it. If that makes any sense. that done. It's funny how there's always these PlayStation fanboys all saying, or Xbox, whatever. PlayStation's better than Xbox, Xbox better than PlayStation. It's like, people never grow up. You know what we did back in the day? We just bought both. Companies don't care. As long as they get your money, that's what they're happy about. Yeah, okay, fine. Here's my money. You know, but fanboyism is the reason why this console died as fast as it did. That's the only thing that killed it was fanboyism. You know, Sega had their fair share of problems, don't get me wrong, but this is a damn good console, and they deserved a fair shot. Because up until this console came out, fanboyism wasn't even really a thing. If you were a fanboy of something, you were the outlier. You were considered the loser. Everyone else back then was smart. They were like, just get both, dude. All they care about is making money at the end of the day. It's all they care about. That's why the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo were so epic, because all they cared about was money. So we said, okay, I will buy both. Let you two slug it out. It's good to do like shows like this also, just to like say which one's better. Let's see, you know, because that way, you know, we take the rose-colored glasses off, stop being so blind, and just start seeing things for the way they are. That's all. That's the reason why I won't buy consoles anymore, because there's no reason. Everything's going to PC, so I might as well go to PC. You know, same thing with like people stealing video games. Like, if it's an old game like this, go ahead. No one's making money on it. It's a new game? No, don't steal that shit. These developers gotta make money. If they don't make no money, then they don't make another game. Or worse, the game they already have goes out of print. And that's it. And then it ends up on the collector market, and then the price goes through the fucking roof, and then no one gets their hands on it. And then you have to go to stuff like this to play it. About that handling, man. It's the one thing, if they fixed that handling, it would have been a lot better. I think part of the problem is also it's a little delayed. That's also the problem. And that's on the original console, by the way. That's not emulation. That's on the original console. Double normal class. Car class. You know what? We'll try the GTSR concept. This car. This was a concept vehicle at the time, and I don't think it ever really came out. Here we go. I think this is the first game to have this car license in it. I think this is the first one. And other ones had it later on, but this is the first one, I think. I never even heard of this car until this game came out. I always labeled Sega as great developers with shitty management. That was Sega in a nutshell. There were developers who knew what they were doing, but it was just the management above that kept fucking everything up. Someone comes along and turns that company around, like, in a big way. They've been on the up and up lately with some of their games, but still, like, I want to see Sega really turn around. It'd be funny as hell if Sony goes out of the console business, which is a good possibility at this point. If PlayStation gets out of the console business and Sega just shows back up with a new console and they profit off of it, that'd be hilarious. It would have been a long time coming if that happened. Because I hear PlayStation, they're going broke. They're putting games out, don't get me wrong, but they're struggling. They couldn't even afford the Activision deal. They're just bitching about, oh, we can't have Microsoft buying Activision. Well, where the fuck is Sony's money? Why aren't they buying them? Oh, why don't they just swoop in and buy Call of Duty for like $30 billion or something? Now, that's the part I'm trying to answer. People are going to say, well, they want to keep the market free. And I'm like, well, that's not a good way of doing it. Pop up on my damn iPad. Software update tonight. Thanks, I appreciate it. People still think we fought like cats and dogs back in the days. No, we did not. At least not in the 90s. When the 2000s hit, then people started fighting. Not a whole lot. It wasn't until YouTube and social media took off, then people started fighting more. They just amplified everything, and people all of a sudden, it's like either one side or the other, and it's like, as Amir is saying, that's so stupid. You don't want to support a company, just have a good reason for it. Don't because, oh, they're not a company I want to support or something like that. Like, I'm not a fan of PlayStation anymore, but the reason why is because they've done shit to me personally that made me not want to go near them. That's my personal reason why I don't want to go near them. Well, right now I do prefer Xbox. It's only because Microsoft still puts out some stuff I enjoy, but even they're dropping the ball, so... The only thing I'm hoping to come out of the Activision deal is some of those old racing games that they had back Like Project Gotham Racing, which Activision now owns. I'm hoping that Microsoft can put those back out because I want to see those games again. I miss. People just bought games and didn't bitch. You know? Like back in the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis days, like, if you were a fanboy, you were shamed. Because people would be like, why? Just buy both. Or you buy one and then play the other one at your friend's house. You don't need to fanboy. You don't need to just go with just one. I mean, financially, if you had to pick one, I understand that. Yeah. Honestly, I think this is going to be the last console generation period. I don't think there's going to be another console generation for like a long time after this. Sony, I know, is going to get out of it eventually. They're going to get out of consoles. Like, they're losing too much money. They're not saying it, but it's getting more and more obvious. I mean, if they can't, like, buy Call of Duty just because they want Call of Duty, like, then there's a problem. Because Microsoft has never won a console generation, and somehow they can afford them. I think this generation is going to show what that, you know, console sales don't matter. It's the software sales that matter. But it also depends on company management. You know, and that's a hard lesson people got to learn about these places. Damn handling model. couple more races to go and we're done. Oh, this should be easy. It was just a test track. Speed caps out at 180, I guess. Oh well. I know if you upgrade and get over 200 easy if you upgrade it. But you can. That's it. Beat both of them. You're a great driver. Appreciate it. I'm basically telling you to go to the championship mode or the campaign mode. No fucking way. I've done it. It's hard. Save. Nah. Don't need to save. All right. And 1 second. Always forgetting stuff. All right, so final verdict. I'd say Gran Turismo inches out slightly. But the reason why is because the gameplay's a little better. You know, you can actually turn, you can actually stop, you can actually do all that stuff. GT is a bit slower in that. It feels like the controls are delayed. And it's like that in the original Dreamcast version, by the way. On the actual console. Same way. So, but GT does offer, I think, more cars and more tracks. Because it has 22 tracks, whereas Gran Turismo only has 11. So, and also, Sega GT also offers custom cars. Like, you can actually build custom cars. Not just buy a car and then customize it, but actually build a custom car. And make it way better than anything else in the game. You pick your drivetrain, your engine, everything. You know, depends on what class you're in also. Also, Sega GT also offers sponsors in the game too. You gotta do special races to unlock sponsors. You get the sponsors, you get more money so you can, you know, buy more parts for your car and stuff like that. Sounds awesome. But the controls are the one that just holds it back. I think Red Bull still just holds it up just a little bit better. But, I mean, if you had to pick, you have to pick one, or if you got stuck with Sega GT for some reason, it's still a great game. It's still really good. It's still fun as hell. You know, so I would say, you know, both are great. Just, you know, Turismo, that's slightly a bit better. That's really it. In terms of controls, that is. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. Hope you had a great time, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Take care.